Hi, I'm Laura Zam, and this is part 3 in our 3-part series talking about the pleasure pouch. Pleasure pouch is a delightful mindfulness activity, you could say, and I'm going to be talking about 3 unusual ways to use your pleasure pouch, so stay tuned. All right, let's talk about our pleasure pouch. In the first 2 videos of this series, I talked about a bunch of different ways to use your pleasure pouch. I urge you to go back and look at those videos to get some ideas. Some of those, for instance, are to ground yourself, to find some relaxation, to get out of a state of frustration or boredom. So more details in those videos. But I want to give you right now some 3 unusual ways to use your pleasure pouch. And your pleasure pouch, as a reminder, is just a little pouch that you equip with lots of things that I just think of as toys, really, things to play with. And you have this on your person. You've got it in your bag or your knapsack, etc. And you can take this out at any time and just play with all the different things that are inside. But not just play, but also be reminded of the things that they might represent, So in my pleasure pouch, I've got some little treats. I've got a little substance here that's supposed to calm the nerves. I've got teas. I've got crystals. I have a little tarot. I've got some perfume. So those are some of the items, but I want to talk about, like I said, 3 unusual ways we can use these things that we hopefully carry around with us. All right. The first one is to have our pouch somehow remind us of our why. Our why. So lots of times we are in situations that are not ideal. This could be a job that you don't particularly love. Or maybe a job you love, but for some reason now, maybe you got a new boss or something, and now things just are not good. They're just not good. It could be that your kid or parent is ill or giving you a lot of, strife, that there's conflict in the relationship and that feels bad. It could be somebody's physically ill in your family or somebody around you, and that's a very stressful, worrisome, difficult situation. So the pleasure pouch, in bringing us this joy in filling it, when we fill it with items that bring us joy, that are pre-selected for their ability to bring us joy, or at least delight, or, true to the name, a bit of pleasure. When we do that, we can connect to our hearts, connect to our bodies, connect to this moment. And 2 things are possible here. One is that we get out of our fight or flight, freeze response, right? So that we calm the nervous system, where we can feel more breath, right? We can feel more safety. We can feel better in our bodies and in our lives in this moment. That's the first thing that can happen here. And the second is in this more relaxed place, a place even that is delightful because of the delights we've given ourselves. We can remind ourselves why we are doing this, why we're staying in the job, why we are committed to helping that friend or that loved one. We might be reminded just of the love that we feel for this person or ourselves. We might remind ourselves of hope. We might remind ourselves that this job is necessary. We're going to weather this storm because we need this job, even if it's not the ideal one. Maybe it's a job that, right, you're doing so that you can, right, so that you can do something else, so that you can transition into something else, so that why, right, is really important to remind us what this is about for us, right? Our present situation, circumstances. We want some kind of why here, some reason, right? Some meaning behind the suffering that we are experiencing that can help us with our resilience, right? That's this connection, or one of the many connections I'm so excited to talk about between pleasure and resilience. Okay, another unusual way that we can use our pleasure pouch is something I just alluded to, and that is to get us back on track mentally. So I talked about in the other video where I showed you all the things I have in here. So one of those things is this tiny little journal that I have in here. And it's red, one of my two favorite colors. Pink and red it is for me. And in that pleasure pouch, or in that journal rather, I've got reminders. I've got written reminders of my hopes, my dreams, what I'm doing here on the planet, different ways that I can surrender and ask fate or destiny or the universe, what have you, for assistance or to reveal to me the next step on this path. So I've got it all contained in here. It's like a little Bible, really. And I can just go through and just read these, right? These reminders that each and every one of them gets me back on track. It aligns me with my deepest truth and my deepest sense of purpose in the world, my deepest sense of love. So this is a tool for alignment, right? Getting us back on track. And it can be anything in here that could do that, because any of these items can just bring you into a state of, right, the here and now, into that mindfulness state, as I mentioned in a prior video. This is a little sucking candy. I'm not opening until I really need it, because it's not so good for my teeth. But when I really need it, it's going to be here for me, and it's going to be awesome just to open that and to, right, experience something. Taste and smell and texture, etc. Moment, alignment, just being in my body now is already a big step toward getting aligned, getting out of my head, getting out of some kind of worry or fear or anger or whatever it is, and just being here. I'm good, I'm safe, and I feel good. I feel good, especially since I'm having a little treat. Okay, here is the third unusual way that you can use your pleasure pouch. Now, you're not going to like this one. And the way you can use this, and also this is a really cute pouch, I must say, and I'll have below who makes this, because it's a lovely company. It's vegan. I love it. Okay, the third reason, or the third unusual way you can use your pleasure pouch, is to stay off your phone. Stay off your freaking phone, baby. Now, I don't mean all day, right? You're not going to be playing with your toys all day, but maybe there is a moment. Let's say it's at lunch. Let's say you finished your lunch and you've got a bit of time. Now, usually out comes the phone, and then here it is, right? You're going to be scrolling and you're going to be maybe comparing yourself, or you're going to be caught up in somebody's drama, or you're going to be caught up in the drama of the world, right? Somebody's ranting about something that's going on in the news, right? You want to jump in to counter, to, right, to cheerlead for the person who's ranting, or you want to scroll, doom scroll, or fun scroll, whatever it is you do with your phone, baby. I challenge you, for 5 minutes, instead of taking out your phone as you're sitting there, take out your pouch. Take out your pouch. Our phones tend to connect us to addictive pleasure, which I'll talk about in a future video. Pleasure that's addictive has pain attached to it, and it has uncomfortable craving, and it has all kinds of other things that are attached to it that are not really pleasure when you get right down to it. There's more pain than pleasure. And it keeps us in cycles, let's say, of feeling bad about ourselves or feeling bad about the world. Pleasure pouch is counter to that, because it is going to give you that kind of respite that you're probably craving after eating your meal. Maybe you just need a moment of relaxation. Now, if like me, you carry a little treat, oh my God, there it is. You've got a little square of chocolate. Now that in and of itself is going to be fabulous, right? It's going to be fabulous right after you finish your meal. Keep you away from the whole muffin dessert, just a little bit of sugar perhaps, if that's your thing. So anything in here can help you to just have a moment where you can be present with yourself. Be present with yourself, be present with your goals, be present with your truth, be present with your soul. Be present with your own questions and answers. Questions like, where am I going? Or what is the meaning behind this that I can extract, or the silver lining, like I was talking about in that first unusual way of using the pouch. This is going to help us, for even just short bits of time, stay off our phone. Often people say, I can't get off my phone, or I can't put my phone down because I don't know what to do. I'm bored. Well, if you carry toys with you, you don't have to be bored. You've got stuff to play with. Stuff that is going to not distract you from yourself, but rather bring you closer to yourself. Okay, that is it for this video, and this is the end of our 3-part series talking about a pleasure pouch. In the comments below, I'd love to hear what you might put in your pleasure pouch, or how you might use your pleasure pouch, perhaps in your own unusual way. I am thrilled that you're here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, I will be talking about something called tapas sex. We'll be getting into some erotic territory in a future video, so I'll see you then. Bye.